goodness. No, we don't want big anime opening. Anyway, hello. Welcome. We're back in it again. And I've got a lovely little blanket with the hood. Because I have finally washed it. And it is smelling fruity fresh. It is delightful. Anyway, we are back at it again. Naruto on a Friday night. What is this? So yesterday was just a day. It was a long work day. The boy was back from his trip. We didn't actually get dinner sorted until like 7:30. So I'm like, let's get the stream of this. And also we got to clean the house because tonight at like 10 o'clock we've got some of his siblings coming to join us, so we just like clean the house. Delicious. So therefore, oh, actually I need to bring my list of Naruto peeps up. There we go. Therefore, skipped yesterday's stream. I probably should actually put something out about it, but anyway, skip the stream. We're doing it today, but what that does mean though is tomorrow I'll be doing a stream in the morning. Might be Escape Academy in the morning, just to get my mind ready for the day. And then later on in the day, possibly around like the afternoon, nighttime, it might be, what am I trying to say? It might be Spider-Man. So tomorrow might be a double up stream. And then Sunday morning as usual with day 32. I'll do my roll call when I do my ultimate. Yeah, so that is what's happening this week. And yeah, and do I have updates? I think I've got updates. Possibly. I might have updates actually. Do I have? Yeah, no, actually I have some updates. Ish. Well, they're not really updates, it's more just like, did anything interesting happen this week that's of note at all? Yeah, a couple of things. Like, or rather should I say, did anything happen to give any semblance that my life is not a miserable, boring hole? Yes. There we go, right. Anyway, roll call. We've got some lovely Special K cereal. We've got a cup of tea. And then, because we bought glasses, we got 2 cups of water, 2 glasses of water. Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. Because okay. So that leads me on to my first one. First one, we got glasses. So we went shopping. We went shopping last week, as you do. And what did we buy? We bought ear mattresses, some more plates and bowls, which we thought were matched the black plates and bowls that we had, but we realised yes, they are black. But we forgot to see the big speckled on the box. So they've got like I thought, like, Jesus, this dust is not coming off these plates. And then, oh no, it's just the speckled pattern on them. So anyway, so we got that. And for like $25, it might have been more like 35 actually. We got like a big bowl, oh not a big bowl, big box of glasses. So we got like, I think it's like 10, was it 10? Yeah, 10 smaller glasses and then 10 bigger glasses like that. So we finally have glasses, like, oh my goodness, because it's literally just been Mug City the whole time, like for like the last 4 years. It's just been like Mug City. It's been mug upon mugs. But now we finally have actual like glasses for water. I mean, it's not just for water, obviously, but like, you know, we feel like adults now. Oh, lovely, fabulous, gorgeous. Right, we've got next Naruto 6 parts again in Kakashi. Yes, we got some lovely glasses. What else? What other updates? What else have we got? Oh, this week's Bake Off at work. God bless his soul. So we had a new guy start last week. Because technically the way that the matchups worked, we actually had an odd number of people who were doing Bake Off stuff. So this guy, because there was a guy who was literally going to get like fast track to the semi-final, but now the new guy started and he was keen to do the Bake Off. He was like, okay, you're up with you two up against Stella. God rest his soul. Because obviously us Bake Off veterans have worked out that the key to success is to make your stuff small, like pick up and bite size kind of thing. So this guy brings like a giant uncut cake. I'm like, well, this wasn't even giant. Like imagine one layer of a sponge cake, chocolate, icing on top, no decoration, wasn't small. I'm like, this guy has already lost. And he did anyway, but because the other guy who's up against brought in these little like slices, like obviously like a slice cut up. Oh, they were fantastic. They were absolutely delicious. And not only that, they were so delicious. I said, boy, give me the recipe. So he gave me the recipe. Super easy to make. It takes like half an hour to make. Oh my goodness. And then my boy today has had his work Bake Off. They're like, it's not as amazing as my work's Bake Off, but yeah, it's passable. Anyway, and it's in like a corporate office too, so it's kind of like you're up against like snooty Karens. So in that sense it's actually worse. But anyway, oh my goodness. But I said, boy, you've got to make this slice for your Bake Off. So he did make this. Oh my goodness, controller work please. So he did make the slice for the Bake Off. We made it last week. Beautiful, tasted delicious as always, but he didn't win because it's a corporate office, it's full of Karens. They prefer to how things look rather than how things taste, because they like to be like that. So some lady brought in like little jars of like full of this mousse with the spoon, you know, did the whole shebang. So everyone was just like beelining for those. Apparently it tasted kind of trash, but you know, it's not about the taste for those peeps. Clearly, because if it was on taste alone, my boy would have absolutely clinched it. Anyway, back to my Bake Off. So, back to my Bake Off. So yeah, so the guy with the slice, the guy with the cake. It's actually a gluten-free cake. It was actually hella delicious. It was so nice. It was so beautiful. In fact, both of them were. I preferred the slice, but both of them were actually delicious. But of course, because we judge on all the cornerstones of good baking, which is taste, presentation, and creativity. So I had to mark them down on them. Oh, it's plugged in here. That one there. It's a long one, so it's probably you might just it's like a long one and it's got a little thing with a USB-C attached to it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, does it? Oh. Oh no! Oh wait, no, I can do the ultimate because it's just against. Yes. Anyway, so that was the Bake Off, and then all the first rounds have now been done. So for the Bake Off, starting next week is the semi-finals. So not next week, but the week after. My brandy snap baskets with white chocolate mousse and a little blueberry on top is going to absolutely rock their worlds. It's going to rock. Or, as us cool cats would say in 2005, we're going to rock, R-O-K, you are socks, S-O-X. It's gonna rock our socks. So that's the Bake Off update. What else is there actually? Don't have anything else of note. Possibly not. That might be as interesting as my life got this week. I feel like there was something else. Oh no. Oh, I probably shouldn't wear my headphones over my hood. So when you scratch my head, I can't. Chio, you can absolutely wreck lady. I do deeply apologise right now, Billy. Can't even touch me. Can't even touch me. I'm just too good. I'm gonna try and get my foot over these headphones. Ugh. Well, that's better. I now have audio clarity. Oh, fabulous. Ugh. God, I'm so stupid. But hey, when don't I? But I will tell you, if you ever got your house into an absolute state, not so much of a pigsty, but like, you know, it's in a state, it's in dire need of some TLC. Nothing like having guests over to motivate you. So if you ever you feel like you've got no motivation to clean the house, just get people over, you know, get people over and you're just like, oh my god, I can't let them think I live in filth. So, and then you know, do the hoovering, do the dishes, wash the bathroom, pick all your clothes off the floor. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's interesting. So when you chakra dash with the puppets, and that person's chakra dashing too, it follows to where their location is going to be, even though you don't actually know. Interesting. Or it doesn't just chakra dash to the location that they were at. It does to where they're going to. That probably doesn't make any sense, but anyway. Oh, that's what we did. Oh my god. It's on Wednesday. Wednesday night. It was a long day for me, but didn't get home till about 8:30 because after work at about 5:30, we went and did laser strike or laser tag, wherever you are, depending. Well, it's called laser strike, but it's laser tag. Anyway, you all know what that is. So we did that with there was 8 of us at work, and we all did that. It was amazing. And there's this guy at work. Oh my god, he's like the silent assassin. Me and the boy call him Batman because he's the most unassuming, quiet, meekest person you've ever met. But he just seems to live this insane life of adventure and excitement. And of course, I should have guessed it, but he by far got the most points out of everyone there on both games that we played. Absolutely wiped the floor with everyone else. I'm just like, this guy, my gosh. But anyway, so that was fun. That was really fun. And then after that, we went to go to this burger place for dinner afterwards, and it was just delicious. It was just a good time. It was a fabulous time. And yeah, so then I was talking to my boss. We just chatted about stuff, and then she was like, so for your streams and stuff, do you is there a schedule? I'm like, let me show you. And then so I was like, I'll show all the stuff on my channel, because she's got absolutely no idea about anything to do with Twitch or streaming. It's just games and gaming subculture is just you know, doesn't know anything about it. But she's like genuinely interested. Yeah, so I'm just like, right, here's my schedule. Recently I haven't been very good keep up to it, but it is there. Yeah, so it's there. What else? Yeah, so that was just a good time. Oh my god, in this place. Whoa. 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 So there is this ice cream brand in New Zealand called Duck Island. And I'd been to Hamilton with one of my older sisters, and she took me there. Because I think it started in Hamilton, I think. But anyway. My good golly gracious Ghiblis. It is beautiful. Absolutely delicious ice cream. I think they were like known at the time for having like some like weird flavors, but my goodness, it was heavenly. It was like premium, I won't say gourmet ice cream, but it's gourmet ice cream. And so this burger place had Duck Island ice cream. You know, you could buy like little tubs of it and stuff, but the milkshakes that you could get on the menu used Duck Island ice cream, so like vanilla, chocolate, peanut butter and chocolate, and say boysenberry or something. My god. So I got the vanilla and the chocolate milkshakes. My lord. Those are probably some of the best chocolate and vanilla milkshakes I've ever had in my entire life. It was just absolutely pure bliss. My god. Thank god I wasn't paying for it too, because they weren't cheap. But yeah. Oh hey! Yes, I didn't. Yesterday was just one of those days where I had like 50 things on and not enough time to do them, and a long day at work, and I'm just like, it's not gonna happen today. So, thus, it is Naruto Day on Friday, and then I might be making up for it with 2 streams tomorrow. One definitely in the morning, and then one possibly in the afternoon or the evening. So, thus, here we are. Thus, here we is. But I'm keen to get your verdict. How did you find God of War? I'm very interested to see your verdict on it. Like, how much out of 10 did you like it? Oh my goodness. There we go. Alright. We haven't got going. 15 out of 10. It is so good, isn't it? It is just top tier game development. Oh, it's fabulous. Oh yeah, I think what the game wants you to do, I think, is if you use Atreus's light arrows, I think it's got like a higher stun rate. So you just use, I think you use light arrows against the dark elves, and that kind of I think. And then you use light arrows against the dark elves, and then the kind of like the smaller enemies, because the lightning or electricity, whatever you call it, chains between them. I think you use like for those weird eyeball thingamabobs, the watches I think they are. You use like your lightning stuff against those, because then it like chains between them all, and you can like 3 arrows kills like all of them. I think. Yeah, but I've been trying to, I'm like 3 trophies away from Platinum, and I think I've got to do like Muspelheim, I've got to finish Muspelheim, I've got to finish Niffle, I've got to like fully finish Niflheim, and I think there's like, I think we're gonna kill all of Odin's ravens. One of those ones, I think. But oh my god, if you haven't, give one of the Valkyrie fights a go. Cause my goodness, if you want a challenge, they will give you it. And if you want even more of a challenge, if you manage to get through all the Valkyries, good luck with the with the Queen of the Valkyries, like the final one. Cause so like all of the Valkyries, they're kind of like, there's like moves that they share between them all. Yeah, Valkyries is very much like they'll. Hello. Oh no, my other one's at work. It won't work. Oh, it should do. Oh no, probably because I know that the the PS5 itself gets a bit like finicky. You might have to like you might have to not use the long cable. Oh, I don't know. It used to work. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, and it won't let you not update it. Huh. Oh, because I know that PS5 is doing like big updates, so it might be part of that maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So all the Valkyries have like, they'll have like a moves that they all have, and then each one will kind of like have like its thing. So like one of them will be, it like pulls up heaps of smoke and then it does stuff. One of them will, let's try to think what one of them does. One of them does like big like diving attacks. One of them like throws these like disc things at you. But then the Queen of the Valkyries, once you've beaten all, I think there's 9 of them. Once you beat all the Valkyries, you beat the, you do the Queen, and the Queen has all of their moves. And there's this one move that if you don't dodge it, you're practically dead. Like, you're practically dead. I think it took me, how much? Would have been about like good like 15 or 20 times, I think, to beat the Queen. Something absolutely ridiculous like that. But I did do it, and it's like, you just really have to like, you have to recognize all of the like things that they do before an attack. So if they like float up and maybe they might say a particular thing, or she might do a particular spin around or something, you have to recognize instantaneously what it is she's about to do and then know how to dodge accordingly. But it's like, I think the Queen of the Valkyries is by far the hardest fight in the game. Yeah. And some of the puzzles, like, my goodness, to get all the collectibles and all the realms, like some of the like stuff you have to do to get the chests, like, my goodness, it's absolute mish, And then to find all the ravens as well, it's kind of like you'll be in like a bright green and white little area, and then it's just like, yeah, like big green and white area, and then like there'll be a raven just sitting on a branch, and it's just like practically invisible compared with all the environments around it. Yeah, because I think it's just the ravens I need to get, and then just I think this spell time I've got to finish all like the trials that unlock at the end. Oh, is that the one near the start, but like there's like big like ribs bones or something everywhere? I know there was one bell chest, and I know it was like towards the beginning of it. I think it's even before you meet Freya, I want to say. But like there's one, and I just remember every time I played it, just that, like, there's just one bell that I could just never find, and I'm like, how am I supposed to be finding this? What are we? Tobirama. Tobirama and Obito Zetsu. Come on. I think I might know the one you mean. I think. Oh, I remember. I think I might know the one you mean. I think. So I remember there was just one bit in Alfheim, and I can't remember if it was a bell chest or there was just another chest. Might have been a bell one. That I was like, there was something like really specific you had to do, or some really specific angle you had to be to see something, and I'm like, how, like, am I just being dumb? Am I being blind, or am I being both? That. And oh, that's something. Have you gone back to your house after having finished the game? Because I'm curious to see, because I don't know if I can't remember if the game explicitly tells you to, or whether you just do it just normally. But yeah. Because if you haven't gone back to the house after you finished the story, go back to the house after you finish the story. Yeah, no, the gameplay definitely, I feel like it what it wants you to do is, what the gameplay wants you to do is just not be like so aggressive to the point like you've got no defense, but to basically just keep attacking constantly, and when you're finishing your combos or you're getting ready to go into another combo, that's when you use Atreus to kind of like keep the enemy almost like stun locked in a sense. So like you go in, you rush in, do your combo, you know, block some attacks, fire Atreus, you know, to stagger the enemy a little bit, then go in and do your next big combo. It's just like it wants you to just keep the momentum up, keep it like, because as soon as you kind of, I mean, obviously you can can very easily do combat without doing that. But I feel that that's what it wants you to do, or that's the way they've kind of designed it. Because then, when you can then switch between your two weapons, you know, you can just like, and the fact you can, I think you can switch between them. I think you can switch between them during a combo. I can't actually remember. You know, then you can switch your weapons, so you just keep like constant, just like on the aggression the whole time. And then if you need to, you use your shield if you need to. And then obviously the bosses is all about finding an opening. You get to see the manky hand. Such a strangely drawn image. Okay. Oh no, I don't want a rematch. Please. No. Right, now I'm just gonna update my list. What are we down to? 65. 165. And we go boom. We go boom. We go boom. We go boom. Lovely jubbly. Right, Kushina. Kushina and Naruto. Yeah. Yeah, no, Ragnarok is gonna be, oh, it's gonna be fabulous. But no, go to, if you want to get a kind of like a taster, like a little bit of a tease, like literally a minute, like a little, I think, and I'm even gonna go so far as to say, I would almost go to say it's the opening scene of Ragnarok. Because I think that's what it is, or I think that's what they're hinting at it's gonna be. Go back to your house. Go back to the house. There's a you'll see a little something. See a little something that's just gonna get very gonna get you very hyped. Let's just say that much. What? Yeah. What's that for? Oh, in God of War when you go back to your house after finishing the game? Yeah. You reckon that's how it's going to start off? Yeah, no, I would be very surprised if it didn't start like that. Yeah. Because it's kind of like it makes sense. Because I suppose it's how the other one started. You know, it starts off quite like, you know, slow, chill. You know, here's what we're doing, just living, and then like Boulder comes and it's just like, whoosh. Okay, right now it's the story. But yeah, but also at the same time we're kind of like we're trying to avoid watching things or reading stuff about Ragnarok as much as possible, because we want it to be as pure and was that your computer? Oh. Well, it hasn't affected the power bill, which is fabulous. Yeah, so yeah, we're trying to get Ragnarok to be as pure an experience as possible. Like no, not reading anything, not watching anything. Like obviously, like I know, like, you know, you can't avoid like the cover photos of articles. So like I know like what one of the locations is, and I know like that there'll be certain kinds of combat. But like beyond that, like don't want any story details. Don't want any like, oh my god, there's gonna be this amazing, huge, super important character in it. Like don't tell me anything. Just let me experience it as is, because it's gonna be the same. Because I mean, we found that. You know, you get caught up in the hype train for films and Oh, that's my mouse. It'll be... Oh yeah, it's for my mouse up at work. You can give it buttons or not. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very, very easy to get like caught into the hype train of films and movies, films and games and TV shows, and then you kind of just like, oh, new trailer, oh, new like sneak peek, oh, new this, and then you kind of like by the end of it, you've practically pieced together the entire story, or enough of the like you could probably get all of the important story beats of the film or whatever. You could probably plot them on the map. Say, oh well, that probably takes place at like, I mean, what was it? Was it Civil War? I read so much and watched so much of a particular film. I think it was Civil War, the Avengers, and I think I had it like written down on a piece of paper. I wrote down what I thought the story was going to be, like, or what order certain scenes in the trailer took place in, and I was practically on the money, like completely on the money. Like, obviously all the details and the why I wouldn't have known, but like, oh, this fight scene must take place here, this fight scene probably takes place after that one, this line in the trailer must take place as part of this scene, and it's just like all of those sorts of things. And then I think it was after that where I kind of thought to myself, maybe I'm gonna enjoy this stuff if I don't do that. So I think it was Infinity War and Endgame. I did not look at. I watched like the first trailer, but like that's it. I didn't read anything. I went into it as blind could be, and it was absolutely fantastic, and I was so happy that I did. It's so easy to get caught up in the thing where you kind of just like, oh my god, someone's leaked plot details, you know, or like someone's seen it and asked me anything, you know, that sort of thing. And it's very easy to be like, oh my god, I need to know what happens to this one character, and then that's it, you've spoiled it for yourself. So, and I'm sort of having the same thing with games. You know, the only thing that I will look up about a game, either that has been out for a while and just haven't played or whatever, is, does it have an underwater bit with scary eels and giant underwater monsters? Because as soon as it does, not that I'm not going to play it, but I just need to be mentally prepared for when that happens. But other than that, like, won't touch it. Won't look too much into it, into like gameplay trailers and all that sort of thing. Like Final Fantasy 16, I think I've watched enough trailers. I think I've watched all the trailers up to whatever's been released now, and I think that's probably where I'm going to stop. Because I don't want to look at gameplay. I just don't want to I'm not going to play any demos. Because I'm getting this game regardless. Like, I don't care what other people's opinion on this game is going to be. I don't care if it's universally hated. I don't care if it's universally loved. I mean, I'd love if it's universally loved. But don't care if it's polarizing or people are just ambivalent. I'm getting it regardless, and I'm going to judge it judge it for myself. You know. So yeah, so like Final Fantasy 16 I'm going to do that with. I think Starfield I'm not going to look at anything else. In fact, most games actually I'm not going to look at anything else. I think the only, like, obviously, you know, when Elder Scrolls 6, when that first trailer, I don't think it's a reveal trailer, it won't be a reveal trailer as such, won't it? Well, it'll be like first look trailer. Yeah, that's a thought. Where are they going that trailer to be? Where are they going to release that trailer? Is it going to be like a Game Awards exclusive? Is it going to be a Bethesda's E3? Is it going to be Bethesda's just going to put on its own event like Ubisoft does now? That'll be interesting. Oh, and I haven't played this Tamari. So, and I like that costume. Konohamaru. I do think that Tamari's probably got the best. Well, probably Tamari and Deidara have the best long range moveset. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, Hinata and young Sakura. Let's go. And young Sakura. Oh, that's right. The Ubisoft showcase is tomorrow, isn't it? Or it's September 10th. And I just need to try and figure out, like, it'll be, just trying to think, will it be our Sunday or Saturday night? Because what I might do is, as part of Sunday stream, if it is a Sunday and it's close to the time, I might even incorporate a reaction to that as part of Sunday stream. Hashtag me reacting to the Ubisoft showcase, because they've got other things other than Assassin's Creed, but I know Assassin's Creed, they've got quite a big component of that in it. Because it's Assassin's Creed, I think it's like the 5th, yeah, because 2007 the first one came out, so it's the 15-year anniversary. So I think they'll have something big planned, probably the showcase of the Rift game or something. Or the one that they want to make kind of like an ongoing service game. I think they're going to show that. I think. But also, what other Ubisoft properties would I like to see? I'd like to see some more Rayman. I think we're overdue for a Rayman game, and I don't count Rabbids in that. Just like Rayman Legends was the last one I think we had, and that was an absolute banger of a game. My goodness, that was lovely. We need another one like that. Whether they're gonna go. Actually, no. I think they totally need to go back to their 3D Rayman games, because as much as it kind of, I mean, like games that came out when I was little, I don't actually know what like the public perception of those games were. Like, I don't know if Rayman 3, Hoodlum Havoc, or Rayman 2, The Great Escape, like, I don't know if they were like, if the reception of them was like, whether they were well received or not. Like, I don't know. I can only ever like base those games on what my thoughts of them were. And I've got a feeling that they weren't particularly well received. I've got this feeling that they weren't, considering that the first Rayman was 2D platformer, and I think the first one was also like known for being notoriously hard. Yeah, and then Rayman 2 was just like full 3D. Rayman 3 was full 3D and was actually amazing. actually really like that game. I don't actually think I've ever finished it though. I think I probably got to like the last like 3 levels, and I just don't ever remember finishing it. So I might actually have to give that a go again. And yeah, and then they went back. Then they introduced all the rabbits, and then that's when everyone's just like, whoa, okay, it's all gone downhill. And then they did Rayman Origins, which, you know, back to where it all began, you know, 2D platformer. Really creative levels, controls felt amazing, just some good stuff. And then Rayman Legends, my god, did they perfect it. Holy hell. And those, oh, if you haven't, like, if you're not into 2D platformers, then don't worry, but the music levels in those games, so like at these, so I think it's like 4 or 5 kind of like sets of levels. So the first set is like based on like sort of like medieval tower dungeon sort of stuff like that. The second one is, oh goodness, what's the second? Oh, it's like a swampy treetops foresty kind of place. Third one is, it's all like Mexican food related. Or no, there's a couple of levels at base of it, but it's all like Mexican style kind of stuff, mariachi things. Fourth one is, I know there's a Greek one. There's a Greek inspired one. Oh, the fourth one's like a watery, like spy one. Even there's like a water, like a beachy kind of thing. You don't go full underwater like you do in the first in Rayman Origins, which was creepy as well. So it's like dark underwater. No, it's all like beachy underwater, and then there's all like submarines and like a spy level and like a big robot, like a robo dragon kind of thing. And then the fifth one's the Greek, like a Greek inspired Olympus kind of thing, where there's like an underworld and you go in the clouds and that. And then the last level is like a graveyard kind of thing. But at the end of each set of those levels, so I think after the boss fight, there's either a set of 3 levels or just a level, and it is the greatest thing I'd ever experienced. I could not believe it when I did the first one. So it's like there's like a song, you know, or a melody that when you go along the level, like, you know, the backing music starts, and like the level has been designed so things will happen in the beat of the music, or you should be making jumps, like you should be jumping to the tune. So like the first one is Black Betty, but like that's the tune, and so like all the jumps, you'll be like jumping to the tune of it, and these like little like things will pop out of windows to like sing the singing parts and stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't even know how to describe it really. It's just absolutely fantastic. It's one of the most creative level designs I've ever experienced in a game. Like, actually. So yeah, the second one is, I think the second one's kind of like a composer symphony kind of one. Couldn't tell you what it was called, but it's a similar thing. Like you're jumping to all like the big like crescendo kind of stuff, and you know, when you're like running off ledges, you would do that to the sound. The third one is Eye of the Tiger, and again same thing. And fourth one, it's called something. I don't know what it's called. The watery one. It's like it's kind of one like you recognize, but you don't even know if it has it. You could never guess what its name was. It's like I want to say it's an American tune, like an old-timey 1920s American tune. The Greek one is, the Greek one's like an original composition. Yeah, the Greek one and the tomb one, or the graveyard one, they're like original music. but like the Greek one, it's like a metal track, and you're just like heaps of electric guitar and stuff on bass. Oh, it's fabulous! Like it's so good. If you don't ever think you'd play it, just go and watch videos of it, because my gosh, it's fabulous. Like sometimes I even chuck that game on again just to go through those levels. In fact, has the boy seen it? I don't remember if I've shown the boy, because that would be one that I'd want him to see. And then so you know, you go through those levels, it's amazing. So then after the main story, you kind of unlock some harder levels, and you unlock 8-bit versions of those. So it's the same level, but like the sounds is like the sound is 8-pixelified. Yeah, 8-bit melodies, and there'll be some kind of weird visual thing that they're doing. So like one of them, as you go along, the amount of pixels on the screen get less and less and less, to the point like Rayman himself is like 3 pixels, like big pixels, and you can't make out any detail. But because the beat, like because the music's still going, you can kind of guess, like even though you can't really see what you're meant to be doing, you're still you're able to make the jumps, and you're able to like do it properly, because the music just keeps you, keeps you there, keeps that rhythm. It's just so good. And then so they've got like ones where it gets like super pixelated. I think the blue, not the blue, the watery beach one, it puts like a really weird like fishbowl lens on it. So it's all like a really weird fishbowl effect. One of them, it flips it upside down, just like mid jump, the whole screen is now flipped upside down. But you still gotta, like, you're still moving in the right direction. You've still gotta like move your controller as if you're going the right way. So that is easily confused. Another one, it's like splits the screen. So like it splits it, and then suddenly now it's like it's like a grid of 4, but like the screen's completely duplicated, and then like it'll get more and more and more. And then the final pixel level, which is like the graveyard one, it mixes them all together. So it's like super pixelated, and it's like it's got like 32, or it'll be a square number, wouldn't it be? So it'll be more like 36. Like the screen is split into 36 smaller of the same images, and it's pixelated, and when you jump it goes like upside down. It's mental, absolutely mental. But oh, it's so good. It's just so good. Basically, that's a giant plug for playing Rayman Legends. If you're a platforming game fan, man, it's good. Choji, I don't appreciate your antics, Choji. Come on. There we go. Yes, I need to actually find out if the boys see those levels. So I'll probably download it. I think I download it on the PS. I'll probably download it again. In fact, I'll even go through that whole game again. I think I've gone through it fully, start to finish, about 3 times. Amazing every time, of course. I can't remember how I got onto that topic. Oh, Rayman and Ubisoft Showcase, what a tangent. So if they're doing another Rayman game, I'll be pretty hyped. What else? Oh, Beyond Good and Evil 2. They're long overdue for showing something about that. Like, way overdue. I never actually played the first one, to be honest. Should probably do that. I've actually got it on PC, don't I? I've got it on disc. Actually, no, because I don't have a disc drive. Lovely. Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell. Not my kind of game. What else? Oh, Prince of Persia. And say, going off on another tangent, say what you will about the Prince of Persia reboot? that they did in like late 2000s. That was actually the platforming in that game is fabulous. I thoroughly enjoyed that game. Combat was an absolute nightmare, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. What else? What other properties do they have? I mean, Assassin's Creed's the main one, isn't it? Oh, Skull and Bones. That's one. That's one that they're going to be show. Is that out? Or is it Sea of Thieves? I'm thinking of Sea of Thieves. Yeah, Skull and Bones is one. Yeah. Oh, Watch Dogs. But meh. Again, not one I care for too much. Yeah, so that will be good. And Lord knows that if Nintendo Direct, if they do have one this month, and Lord knows I'm watching it, because the internet is wild with rumour that Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are getting Switch ports. Because my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry if they do. Wind Waker is one of the only Zelda games, in fact, the only mainline Zelda game, other than the DS, so Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, and Wind Waker are the only like mainline ones, and I say mainliners, and I'm not counting. I don't count Four Swords Adventures, and I don't count Triforce Heroes. I don't count them as main series titles. I could be wrong on that, but I just don't. Anyway, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, and Wind Waker are the only three mainline Zelda games I have not played or finished. Finished and played everything else. So I am desperate. I'm desperate to play Wind Waker. We didn't have a GameCube. I didn't get a Wii U because I was broke at the time. And I suppose easily swayed by popular opinion. But I don't think there wasn't enough games on there for me to buy it at the time. So I never played Wind Waker. If it comes to Switch, I'm so happy. I'm gonna be so happy. Because so good. And if Breath of the Wild 2 gets an actual release date. Oh no, that's right, because I thought it had been, there was a rumour that it had been, I can't actually remember if it's a rumour or not that it's been delayed to 2024. I don't think it is. No, but anyway, I just want a release date for Breath of the Wild 2. What else has Nintendo got? Nintendo's got it. Oh no, controller. Nintendo's got it all. Got the wild. God. So Nintendo's got all. I can only name one game. It's just got great stuff. I mean, Zelda's the main one, really. I just want Zelda. Ocarina of Time remake, fully remastered and created in the Unreal Engine. That would be great. Kurama and Madara. Animation. And then if Sony does their, or PlayStation does their one, so it's State of Play is what it's called, isn't it? We've got Spider-Man 2, we've got Ragnarok, just all these fabulousness. It's just going to be so good. It's just going to be so good. And my body is ready for it. I'm just ready for all of these great games to come out. I I just get so despondent when, you know, when it comes to just new games and everything, and people are just forever just being like, you know, they just always have to bring negativity to them. Like, why are you guys just not just so happy and so excited that like you just get these amazing games, you know? I know that a lot of people like to be, you know, they for some reason just like AAA, just as a concept, AAA games, AAA publishers, there's just being consistently villainized the whole time. There's always something wrong with them and they can never do enough. But I'm just like, look, like, some people are like, ugh, the big franchises are killing games. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I love Dragon Age. I love Zelda. Actually, no, they don't say Zelda still now, but you know what I mean. You know, they say Final Fantasy is getting so like, oh, it's just the same old, same old. I'm like, I love Final Fantasy. Some people say, oh, Zelda's not Zelda-y enough, and I'm like, I don't care, it's Zelda. It's like, it's just some good stuff. You know, there's like all of like, oh, Pokemon's just getting stale. I love Pokemon, so you know, it's just like it's just no longer a case of people getting excited for games. I mean, no, that's a sweeping generalization. Everyone's excited for games to come out, but I know there's just always, I think it's probably more so just the nature of the internet, isn't it? You know, everyone's got an opinion, so everyone can say their opinion, and as with all things, there will always be people that don't like something. But I just, yeah, just the people that like to just be negative for the sake of being negative and ruining everyone else's day, it's just, I ain't got time for it. All I've got time for is being happy about new games. Because I think there's like, in terms of games that are I just want to work to address soon. Not like, nothing was oh, that's frustrating. I think it's that 2:51 PM. Oh, that's anyway, back to how many games I'm looking forward to. Sort of a law fight. Well, it's not actually. It's not a law fight at all. Don't think they ever fought. Oh my god, wish lists. What, how many games have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 25 games that have been announced and are coming out sometime between now and forever. 25 games I'm looking forward to. It's probably a lot more that aren't on that list. 25 beautiful little gems. And they're kind of like ones that I definitely know I'm going to be getting. Like they're not games I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be excited for that one to come out. It's like, no, I'm excited and I'm probably most likely going to get it. Sorry, I'm just like completely just like distracted. It's gonna work email. Oh my goodness, it's just throwing me completely off. It's nothing like nothing. I mean, it's not bad for us. It's just bad for one of our clients. And I'm just trying to rack my brains trying to think what I can do. Ben? Is the internet still off? Oh, okay.
少しやりすぎちゃう。
Yes. Oh, they're okay. Right, we're back into it. Oh my goodness gracious. That was the longest, like, 2 minutes of my life. Generally it gets in faster than that, but for some reason it was taking its sweet lemon time. Alright, anyway, we're back into it. Back into it. You didn't miss much at all. Just a fight with Asuma, that's about it. Anyway, young Kakashi, young Tenten. Yeah, so anyway, I'm a bit distracted. One client of ours just had an email that I'm just trying to rack my brains and trying how I'm going to resolve it. Then again, it's one of those problems that you think they've got a whole team of people, but a whole team of people that should be aware of it, but alas, it seems to always be that they're not. Anyway. here. Got you in Tintin. Oh my goodness, not looking forward to this one. Ugh. Hopefully she's not too much of a pain to deal with. Fingers crossed. In fact, I'm just... Oh, come on. Why you gotta be such a muppet? Why do you have to be a muppet, Kakashi? There we go. I'm gonna do 2 of them. I'm even tempted to do 3. Even tempted to do 3. Maybe it actually might be okay, considering he's used all the substitution. Go. Stop dodging, my man. Stop dodging. There we go. Fabulous. Right. Now we've got young Choji again. It's all the young'uns today. Choji and Hanabi. Range, yeah, just go and start comboing the wall lady and don't dodge. It's gonna be an absolute nightmare of a fight. Especially if you use a substitution. Oh no, okay, that's thank you very much. Lovely. I'm even tempted not even to do an ultimate. It's just gonna be too much of a hassle. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Not gonna bother with the ultimate. Alright. There we go. Hanabi. And again, Choji. Fabuloso. Oh, so last night we ended up ordering tea, rather making tea, So we ordered from this place. So, you know, they had the website you can book through. It was the single most confusing takeaway ordering website, menu, whatever, that we've ever been through in our lives. So we went on. So it's a restaurant as well as it was a restaurant as well as a takeaway place. We're like, okay, that's fine. So then we like, you know, hunting around for ages trying to figure out, you know, there's like book a table, but there wasn't like an obvious place to order. Like it didn't say order here. So or like, you know, place an order or whatever, takeaway. Didn't even have that. So what you had to do is you had to go onto you had to create an account. So, yeah, and I know some people do, some places have that, and that's fine. So you have to create an account, and then you create your account, and then you have to go on the menu, and then on the menu is where you do it. But then, like, it's not as simple. So it's called the items. You have to click on the item, but not in the spot that it like takes you to another page with more details about the item, but you have to click it like just below that where this tiny like sliver of a blue bar is. You click on that and then it pulls up this thing saying add, so you click on that to add it to your cart. This is, yeah, add it to your cart. You don't have a choice. Yeah, so you do that. So then you go through and you do that. You then go to your cart and then go to your cart. You pick your. Actually no, because there's no like thing at the bottom of the page saying, you know, finish order or go to checkout or whatever. So then you have to go to the back up to the top menu, like drop down menu that you never get started. You go to my cart. There's your things. You then say right, place an order. So it places the order. So then it takes you to another page where you enter in, you know, how spicy do you want the food or whatever. You do all that. And then you take into another page, and so do you want, you know, how are you going to pay for it? So you can either pick up or get it delivered, and then you either pay now by card or pick up or pay on delivery or pick up or whatever. So then, but the only problem is that you can't, it doesn't let you pick up, or actually it doesn't let you pay by card. You have to pay on delivery. So if you pick pay by card, the pickup or delivery options get grayed out. So you have, actually no, it doesn't. No, sorry, they don't get grayed out. It actually hides the place order button. You know, the confirm button. It actually hides that. So you have to pay on delivery. And then so you're like, oh, pay on delivery, but I want to pick up. So when you pick up, like, the options don't change. So therefore, you know, you basically you have to either get it delivered or picked up, and you have to pay it then, which is a bit odd, or a bit like, that's not generally the way you would think they'll do it. But hey, that's their thing. So you do that, and then so you put that in, and then no, that's right, you can't even pick pay by delivery because you have to enter in. You can't switch between the options of pickup and delivery because then you have to now enter in your address. And I'm like, okay, so going into my address down the bottom, there's two address lines as well, the same thing. And I think they've got the internal name, like the code name, like, of them as well. So I'm like, oh, that's a hiccup. So you enter that in twice, and then you press save. And then like the page refreshes, and then you just basically, there's all your details there all grayed out, and then you can pick, you know, and then you basically, that's when you choose your pay on delivery, because it has to be, and then pick up or deliver. So you do that, and you place your order. So you place your order, and they say, you know, email confirmation on its way. So you're like, okay. So now your cart's empty. There's nothing in your my order page, and so now you're just like, okay, well, something's happened with my order, and I just hope I get the email. So anyway, so you get an email, order confirmation. So then in the email, it says, you know, here's your order, you got this, and that's it. And I'm just like, Am I waiting an hour? Am I waiting, is it ready now? Am I waiting 10 minutes? Is it going to be ready? Are they going to send me like a separate email when it's, you know, when it's ready to be picked up? Like, when is this stuff ready? I don't know. I feel like I've only been told half of the information. And then, this week, because it's got like the details that you'd put in underneath, and then it was like, because you have to put your postcode or your zip code in. And then like on the field where it's got that, it says like PIN code, and I'm like, why have you used my postcode as a PIN code? A PIN code for what? And it was just odd. It was just the strangest thing. But anyway, so we went to the restaurant. I'm just like, I think we just better go over just to double, you know, actually ask them when it's going to be ready, because don't actually know. So we went over there and went in. I was like, no one in there. I mean, in terms of customers, so should I say. So I went over to the checker. I'm just like, so we put an order in like about 10 minutes ago. We don't actually know when it's going to be ready. So she's like, you know, got an email or whatever. And she's like, can I see that? Yeah, sure. And she's like, and then she says, when you sometimes the system that you know the ordering system that they had, sometimes the orders don't actually go through until like way later. So they hadn't actually got our order yet. So I'm like, okay. so she just wrote down everything that we that was on the email, and you know, then put the order in and paid for it. But it was the strangest ordering experience we'd ever gone through on a website before. Yeah, but needless to say, food was absolutely delicious. It was a fabulous place, and we're glad we went. So, silver lining to every cloud, I guess. All right. Who got Ino and Sasuke last. Oh, come on. She's totally playing that. Totally planning to run me dry with my substitution jutsu. Oh, boom. Skidoosh. Nice try. Got him in the wombo combo. Bam. And then skid douche. You good? Why? Okay. For the North Islanders, yeah. Come on. Fabulous. Got it. Alright. Oh, that was the other coolest thing. Oh my goodness. So, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm actually very, very excited for it. So they've been like showing like the basically they've just got more and more information for what's coming out. And I'm not looking at anything as I was saying before, which I don't really want to be spoiling myself, but they showed one example of like 2 Pokemon that were both Vision exclusives. So one of them, so the Scarlet version is, I don't know, no, they're 2 different Pokemon, but the Scarlet edition Scarlet edition version is like a big like red thing with like a big like a Mega Man blaster and like big like shoulder pads, armored shoulder pads. And the violet one, which I'm very happy about because I'm definitely buying the violet, purple's my favourite colour, is like a cool like armoured ghost knight thingy with like ghost swords for hands, you know, and yeah, so obviously one's a bit armoured, it's kind of like a sword and shield kind of vibe, but I'm very, very, very happy that the violet one looks sick. And people are like a whole Nintendo going for the older Mega Man vibe, because if you think about it, the blaster guy, you know, pretty much Mega Man. The guy with the swords, is it? Oh goodness, because I only know it as Proto Man from the anime. Or he's got some other name. X or some, anyway, the red one with the swords, but it's kind of like it's those designs, but it's like they've been color swapped, so it's a red Mega Man and a blue, I'm gonna say Proto Man. Yeah, so everyone's just like, oh my god, they're like basically they've just copied Mega Man's homework but just changed the colors of it. But yes, I'm actually very, very pleased that the coolest looking one is on the version that I'm after. Because I know that like some people, they'll even like pick their edition purely based on the version exclusives. I just pick on like which edition is kind of like cool. So like for me, like red or blue, I'll pick blue. Sword and shield, I'll pick swords. You know, I prefer swords to my shields. X and Y. X is a cooler letter. And probably also because that Xerneas, the Xerneas legendary actually pretty cool. Diamond and Pearl, I like the idea of diamonds better. Blue and red, probably again blue. Fire red, leaf green, I like fire. What's it? Heart gold, soul silver, probably silver. And soul sounds all mystical. What other ones have we got? Oh yeah, Sapphire and Ruby, Sapphires, definitely. Same with obviously Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, same thing. Black and White, I haven't actually played Black and White, dare I say it, but if I had to, it would be Black, and Black too. What ones have we got? Done the diamonds and the pearls. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, same thing. Black and white. Then we've got X and Y. In between X and Y and Sword and Shield. Oh, Sun and Moon. So this is where I would kind of like happily do either. I ended up getting a Moon. My younger sister got Sun. Yeah, but I would have been happy actually with either. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, same thing. Yeah. And then obviously Scarlet and Violet. Violet is my favourite colour, although Scarlet is a shade of red I also like. done my ultimate. No. Sasuke's just going absolutely to town. See, and this AI is just aggressive. Just like randomly, you'll just get characters that just on the offensive the whole time. It's like, leave me alone. Really? So Naruto had a special one. I wonder if Sasuke does as well. He should do. I would think he would. I know he'd definitely have one for Itachi. Not today, sir. Not today. And now. Beans. Ah. There. Naruto. What the hell was he? I think he's watching videos. So the boy got a the Way of the Hunter game last weekend. It's a hunting game, I guess. Not much else to say about it. But I think he's playing that. He's either playing that or watching meme videos. One of the two. In fact, actually, do apologise. I'm gonna go bathroom very, very quickly. I'm absolutely busting to go. I need to go. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Anyway, we's back. We is back. Alright, anyway, let's carry on, shall we? Sort of be touchy. It's lovely. It's always great. Like I said, we've had the whole house. Oh, my controller. Had the whole house cleaned because we've got guests staying with us for the week. It's great. It's great when you go into like, oh, my bathroom's been cleaned. Oh, that's right, because I cleaned it a couple of hours ago. Of course, I picked the wrong bloody jutsu, that's why. Oh! Itachi's tilt B must be the crows. Because I've never been able to do crow thingy, and I only figured out how to do the tilt B like 2 weeks ago. Oh my goodness, I might actually be able to do it. I'm gonna give it a go. Might give it a go in this next fight. Oh, it's a bit chilly. Right, what are we? Katsuki and Young Naruto. Right, and after this file update the list because we're now down to 27. Fabulous. So maybe not this week, but next week we'll hit sub 9,000. Great. Right, anyway, tilt. The first time I've ever done the crow thinking about, oh, my life's forever changed. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Flawless victory. Well, actually, not flawless victory. The shading on his lip makes his lips makes it look like he's got a very long, what's the word? It's not septum, it's like a film, isn't it? Phylum? Something that's got P in it, I know that much. Filtrum, I think that's what it's called. I'll have to Google it 1 second. Right, what are we at? Beto, Sage mode, and Sasuke last again. Right. Between nose and mouth. The Filtrum, there we go. Oh, so smart. Is the groove in the upper lip that runs from the top of the lip to the nose. The way the filtrum appears is determined genetically. Interesting. Actually, no. I'll be a little dull, actually. It's not a... I need it. Short filtrum and... Ooh. Allah. Goodness. All the names of the nose, or not for the nose, but all the names of the nose parts. Oh, this is lovely. We're gonna learn some human anatomy here, guys. Let's go. 1 second. Naruto and nose anatomy. The best kind of Friday night. Fabulous. Right, here we go. Right, we're ready to learn some nose anatomy. Let's do this. So we have the nasal bridge. This in here, like in between. So like you got the bridge of your nose like there, and then like in between like the eye opening. So, oh my god, my family was watching this. They're like, what are you on about? That bit is called the inner canthus. Like C-A-N-T-H-U-S. Interesting. What else we got? We've got the pinna. What the fuck's the pinna? Oh, excuse my language. Like the little fold of your ear, like around the edge of your ear, where it like kind of like folds over. That's called the pinna. P-I-N-N-A. It's interesting. interesting. Didn't even know that had a name. That sounds a bit like literally everything's got a name. She's gonna be like an ear, nose and throat specialist or something to even know that they have a name. Lovely. Right, what else we got? We've got tragus, which I think is the like the inner canthus is like this, like the edge of the corner of your eye there. The outer canthus is on the other side. The tragus is like the little lid to your ear that you can like flicks out. Okay, I think that's what it's pointing to on the diagram. One more and bam. Would have Allah. So like the, I think it's like the edge of your nostril. It's called the ala. A-L-A. The nares, I'm assuming that's your nostrils. They're called nares. Uruka and your filtrum. Angle of jaw is the edge of your jaw. Yeah. Oh, and the filtrum, the other name for it is a medial cleft. Lovely. There we are. We are now specialists of ears and nose anatomy. Oh, yay, got him just before he leapt away. Fabulous. Bam. Skadoosh. Can I get him hit? The hell was that? Was that a lunchbox? Oh no! Wait. Would it have been like a chalkboard brush duster or something? I think it might have been a chalkboard duster. I was trying to think. What would he have thrown at Naruto? I think it would have been there. Right. Oh yeah, got him. Fabulous. I would be so disappointed if my tail beast was a blimmin' slug. What a way to go. You'd be like, oh yeah, I got a sick two-tailed fire cat. It's like, oh yeah, well mine's like a giant lava gorilla looking thing. And then mine's like, oh well I've got a giant nine-tailed fox. And they're like, what? And then you've got the dumb ones which are like, oh mine's like a giant slug. Like, ew. Fun. It's like, oh mine's like an octopus looking cow thing. Like, ugh, weird. You know, I know, it just seems a little bit like who would pick that willingly? If you had here's this lovely array of tailed beasts you can have. Pick one. How many times is this old poor slug, the poor slug guy, gonna be? I can't remember it. I can't remember his name because I know they've all got names. Cannot for the life of me remember his. I should probably actually Google that, shouldn't I? But yeah, poor old sod never gets picked because who the bloody hell wants a giant acid slug? I mean, I'm actually, and then having said that, I'm sure some people would, but I ain't one of them. In fact, oh, actually, who would I pick? I think I'd pick the fire cat, just because it looks cool. Either that or the nine tails. I think. Oh, actually no, because then Yeah, no, because even though the seven tails would help you fly with his wings and stuff, like, I don't. Nah. It's like it's a giant like, beetle looking thing. I'm like, yeah, no, I ain't about that life. Anyway. Oh, goodness, stop. Okay. Seven tails. Seven-tailed beast. Chomei. Oh no, it's not the seven tails, it's the six tails. Oh my goodness. Anyway, Chomei is the name of the giant thingy. Wonder what it describes it as. Yeah. What is it? What is it? Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Okay. Who was I just facing? Fourth Kazakh. Okay. Appearance. Chomei resembles a blue-armored Kabutomushi, e.g. rhinoceros beetle, with six of its seven tails resembling green insect wings along with an actual seventh tail, all growing from the end of its abdomen. Yeah, so it's a giant, like, six-tailed beasts. Saiken. Saiken is the name of the big sluggy dude. Okay, right, who have we got now? Young Sasuke and young Hinata. Lovely. Sorry, my good soul, sorry. I swear that just hit him. Like it did damage to him and then he just did the substitution, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, boy, look at that timing. Fabulous. Okay. And then got young Sasuke and young Hinata. Fabuloso. God, I don't know why, but my mouth just gets really dry all the time. I think I could go through about like 10 glasses of water on streaming. I wonder if it's all the talking. It might be all the talking. I really do think, though, that because the purple Chidori that he does for his ultimate, that generally indicates that he's using the curse mark in some degree. I know when he does that, his Chidori goes all like purple and cool looking. And I know in is it in Storm 1? Pretty sure it's in Ultimate Ninja Storm 1. When he does it, the curse mark actually appears. You could see it happen. And I just think it's a missed opportunity in this one. I just feel like what they do, what Bandai Namco does with the games, is as they go along, I think they make compromises. They say, well, if you want a giant roster of 108 characters, I'm sorry, but you can't have cool stuff like storm gauges or like awakening mode. Well, actually no. There is an awakening mode, but you can't have awakening modes from ultimate jutsus, or you can't have just any cool stuff like that. Just dumb. But it's okay. I feel like they're simpler. The more characters they put in, the simpler they make the what's the word? Simpler they make the gameplay the more characters they have, the more simplified the gameplay becomes. And I can understand from a time perspective. You know, you had to make 108 characters and do super awakening modes for all of them, and do cool this cool gameplay combat feature that we have. You know, you've got to integrate it in with all of these characters. It'd be an absolute nightmare. But that's the thing. You would think that you would just put in that time to do so. What is this lady doing? Is she being an absolute nightmare on purpose? There we go. Lovely. Jubbly. I love playing as Minato. It's he's probably one of the satisfying, there's characters that is really satisfying to play as. He's definitely one of them. Right. And she is an example of a character who is not satisfying to play as. Not as unsatisfying as Tintin or Kankuro or anything like that, but just still could be better. You think her hair would get in the way? And I was just thinking, and I've literally just thought of it just now, because I've been thinking about Okami recently, the game Okami. For those who haven't played it, play it. Oh my god, you will not be disappointed. Anyway, because there's heavily it includes so many characters from Japanese folklore. But one of them is Kaguya, Princess Kaguya. And basically the way the story goes is a bamboo cutter and his wife or something. They I can't remember how they find it, but basically he's cutting down bamboo, and inside one of them is a little baby girl. And so they raise her as their own. And then they're eventually comes past that she's actually an alien, an alien from outer space. And she arrived on Earth in bamboo spaceship, and just eventually I think she's got rabbit ears, or I think it's got some connection to the fact that like in Japanese folklore, like rabbits live on the moon. It's got something like that. But anyway, so she eventually realized, hey, I gotta go, so bye. And I was just thinking with Kaguya, I wonder if that's part of what feeds into her whole design, because she's got those like horn looking things on her head, which could be tied to rabbit, like looks similar-ish to big rabbit ears. Her name's Kaguya, obviously. She's from space. I know definitely in Okami. I know the character design for Kaguya, and I'm wondering if there's like an actual like design for her. Like if the depiction of her in Okami was actually based off of the depictions of her in folklore, where she's got like the two dots on her head. I almost wonder if Kaguya's design in Naruto is meant to mimic the Kaguya from Japanese folklore, and I wouldn't be surprised. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, yes, it definitely will have been. God damn shit, right? Beautiful, look at that. Gorgeous. Right. I think I'm going to do one more fight, and that'll be us. Yeah, I think I'll do this last fight and I'll call it a day. Did 67 fights, which is pretty good, pretty decent. That's kind of like on I think it's like 65 plus is kind of like the target. Like anything above 65, I'm happy with. Fabulous. Boom. Bam. Alright. Look at those nice couple of short, sweet, simple, beautiful fights to end us for today. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. Let me first update my list, because what are we down to? We're down to 15, aren't we? We are 9115. Look at that. Delightful, delicious, fabulous. Anyway, so I will call it a day there for tonight. So tomorrow morning I'll be streaming for a couple of hours, and it'll be Escape Academy. Tomorrow afternoon or evening, sometime tomorrow, probably I'll try and get a couple of hours in of Spider-Man. Sunday morning will be normal couple of hours it'll be day 32, so we won't get right down to 9,000, but we'll be pretty darn close. And then if the Ubisoft showcase is around the time that I'm streaming, I'll do that, or if not, then I can just sneak in a quick little stream just to do that. Anyway, so that is what's coming up this weekend. I'll try and keep to it as well. But anyway, that will be me for today. Thank you very, 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 very much for joining me. Hope you have a fabulous morning, afternoon, or night, wherever in the world you may be. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye!